there, this is Jennifer with Hip Belly Dancer, and today I wanted to do a little video to talk about your posture in belly dance because I probably said it before in a number of different videos, or I will continue to do that, but the reason why I'm really making a point of it is that it will really make or break your dance. It really will. So it's really important to get your posture set from the very beginning. It's really your foundation. You know, you wouldn't build a house without the proper foundation. So you really want to make sure that you're always checking in with yourself and checking on your posture, because what tends to happen is you get tired as your muscles get fatigued. You're going to move out of the right posture. And you have to always be checking in with yourself. I'm always doing that myself. Even if I'm practicing really fundamental movements, I'm always checking in with my body about how my posture is and what my form is. And that's actually one of the things that I really love about dancing, is that it allows me to really check in with myself and really tune into myself from the inside out. So let's talk about the basic posture and where things might go wrong as you're practicing, and the areas where you can bring more awareness to your dance, because that's really what it's about. And you know, I hate to say like right or wrong, but just by bringing your awareness to it, you're gonna shift it. So basic posture is that you wanna have your feet, this is just basically when you're practicing, when you're doing different movements, your feet aren't always going to be right underneath your hips. But for the purposes of explaining basic posture, you want to have your feet directly under your hips. What I see people do a lot is that their feet are either too narrow or they're too far apart. So this is pretty much where your hip joint is, and that's where you want your feet to be. You want to have a slight bend in your knees, because if you're going to be ready to move, you always need to have a bent knee as opposed to a locked out knee, because you don't walk like this. So always have a soft bend in the knees so that you're always ready to be moving. You're always sort of partly in motion. So slight bend in the knee. You want to tuck your tailbone under by engaging your lower abdominal muscles. So this is more my natural relaxed posture, and this is natural to have a curve in the lower back, but you want to engage your lower abdominal muscles and tuck in here so that your back kind of straightens out. So this is more of the belly dance posture as opposed to this. And if you ever start to feel pain in your low back, that's your body telling you, sending you a message that your back is doing this, that your pelvis is falling forward. So you want to make sure that you're keeping that tucked in. And then what tends to happen when you engage these lower abdominal muscles is that your chest tends to drop. So you want to lift that back up. So you're going to lift your chest, feel like you're pulling a string from the top of your chest, shoulders down and back like that, but not in an uncomfortable, forced, frozen way, but keeping your shoulders down and back, dropping your shoulder blades into your back pocket. You also want to lift up through your side body here. So this is huge, just to have this posture here, because look at the difference. Let's say if I'm going to do a hip drop, right? So I'm here, I'm nice and lifted here, I'm tucked under here, and I'm dropping. Now watch. If I'm not watching this here, and I'm not watching this here, do you see how I'm really caved in here? That's totally going to change how the dance looks. From here to here. And I know for me, and I see this in my students as well, that you tend to cave in your chest when you don't feel comfortable, when you don't feel confident. It's like you're hiding your chest and you're just hiding yourself. So this one thing will make such a huge difference in your dance. Also, you really want to pay attention to where is the weight in your feet. So always be tuning into the bottom of your feet. Is your weight more towards the toes? Is it more towards the heels? Is it more center? So you want to keep your feet more in the center and the midline of your foot. If you're kind of pitched forward, it's not gonna be right. Nothing will look right from there. You have to really be grounded. I keep my weight more centered on the center of my foot or more in the heel. That's where you're also gonna get some leverage off the ground, because in a lot of belly dance movements, it's like you're pushing against the ground to get leverage, and you're also using the ground to make contact with the earth so that the quality of the dance is more earthy and more juicy. So always think about the ground, and that's also going to help ground you as well. And this is a great opportunity for practice, is really feeling the ground, pushing off the ground. So for example, if I'm doing a figure 8 from down to up, so if I push down and up, here I'm gonna just show you, I'm not really paying attention to what's happening in my feet. I'm just doing a figure 8 here. So it looks okay, I think. So now I'm going to really push off the ground. I'm really using the ground here. Do you see the difference? It gives it more power. And the same thing with your shimmies as well. If you're really pushing into the ground, you're gonna get power from that. And I think that's a really good metaphor for where we do get our power, from being grounded, from being in touch with the earth. So I hope this video was helpful for you, because posture is really the foundation of everything that you do. And you wanna make sure that you get it right from the beginning, because you don't wanna practice getting something in your body and create that muscle memory if it's not the right posture. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know if there's any content that you would like to see.